Let's talk about the real reason why real estate agents fail out of this business. So a lot of you have probably heard so many different stats, and I've heard so many different reasons. It's a traditional model. It's so easy to get a real estate license, and you've got to understand the market, all these different things. And this morning, what really prompted this for me was an article. And let me show you the article. We're going to jump right into this one because I want to dive into the real reasons why most agents fail out of this business and what to do about it. Because I keep on hearing, hey, most agents fail out of this business, and I keep on hearing we need to raise the bar, but nobody's giving exact examples. Nobody's doing anything about it. I'm generalizing. There are some people who are doing things about it, like we are here in Lab Coat Agents for free, right? That's one of the things. But let's take a look at this great article that kind of tries to summarize exactly what I'm talking about right here. So let me see if I can zoom in for you. This one I got in the morning from Inman. Now, I don't usually read Inman because I feel like it's always clickbaiting me, but here it is, the real reason so many new agents quit in the first 5 years. I'm going to zoom into this so you can read it with me. I highlighted a few different parts, but it says you've heard the stat forever. Almost forever, right? 87% of real estate agents fail in the first 3 to 5 years. Tom Ferry cites it, and it's generally attributed to the National Association of Realtors 2014 agent profile. Now, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if it's 87%. I feel like it's a little too high because a lot of the agents that I talk to are still in the business, but it could be just lab coat agents. So here's the reason. He gives 3 reasons, and then I want to give you mine. The first one, traditional agent model is a problem. It says the goal is to ensure, let me go in here. The goal is to ensure that any new agent, or frankly, any experienced agent, becomes an expert. The mentorship model right now allows any agent of over 2 years to coach. Limit coaching and mentoring to those who are true experts in the field. He says that's probably one of the main reasons, actually one of the 3 main reasons. Number 2, instead of scripts, focus on training every agent to fully understand the market. And then they explain, he explains, making sure that we are experts allows the agent to give full service that any client deserves. Now, that's true. Set up a full training schedule, peppering in numerous topics, including the following. Great idea. I like it, right? And then lastly, he says, set weekly, monthly, and quarterly check-ins with an agenda for each meeting. And then he says, whether you're discussing how your business looks today, what issues are you and your clients are going over in true business plans, negotiations, or what have you, the agent needs to be there. The agent also needs to fully understand the tools that are available to them. That's it. He says that's the reason that they're failing, and these guys didn't agree with it. And as I dug into it, I'm like, no, that is not the reason. That's actually, no, that's not it. So I decided to build out a whole thing, and I'm like, you know what? We really need to talk about this more because there's a reason real estate agents are failing. And here's number 1. You ready? There's 4 for me, and those are not it. Number 1, here we go. Agents don't know how to get business. At the end of the day, look, and when I was in law school, I remember talking to other attorneys and saying, you know what the hardest thing is? To get business. You know what the hardest thing is for any sales vertical? To get business. That's the number 1 problem, to get business. A lot of agents don't know where to start. They don't know what it looks like to go out and get business because we've been studying to get and pass the real estate license, to get our license and to pass the licensing exam. So number 1, they don't understand what marketing looks like. So whoever's in charge of outlining this whole process, whether it's your brokerage, whether it's the team leader, whether it's you, whether it's me for lab coat agents, what am I trying to teach you? I'm trying to go over marketing and saying, hey, look, these are the places that you market. This is your audience. This is who you talk to. This is where you show up, right? That's part of it. And under that, I've got prospecting. What are my options? Because not everybody's built equal, right? I've got an experience in telemarketing, in selling windows and ink cartridges when I was in high school and college, but not everybody does. So not everybody can pick up the phone and start calling expireds and for sale by owners and door knock. Some people are amazing at doing events. So it's important to find their strengths, right? Find the strengths and then say, hey, based on your strengths, you should be prospecting here, right? That's, to me, super important. Now, under agents don't know how to get business, focus on your strengths. I'm going to reiterate that because a lot of brokerages say, hey, here it is, pick up the phone, call your past clients, where's your database, door knock and do open houses. Oh, and have you called for sale by owners? Right, and let's say none of that falls within my strength. You need to focus on people's strengths. The reason that a lot of agents are failing out of this business is because they think that you can only succeed one way. They're only given this one way to succeed. So we have to start looking at what are our options. Number 2, they don't know, meaning agents that are failing out of the business, they don't know what it means. Treat your business like a business. You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? Like, where do I start? I remember when I was trying to figure that, I'm like, what does that mean? Like, where do I start? I had to fail so many times to figure it out, right? And that means us as brokerages and teams, team leaders, and just agents, we've got to say, hey, look, this is what it looks like. We've got to track better, right? We've got to use companies like Sisu to allow us to be able to track the amount of money we're making. We've got to save for taxes. We need a bookkeeper. We need a CPA, right? We need to pay our taxes quarterly. Let's treat our business like an actual business, because the last thing I want you to do is fail out of this business because you didn't pay for taxes and now you don't know where to get money from. That's what it means to treat your business like a business. And then same mentality. This is a business you're running, whether it's a team or brokerage or an individual agent. If you want to grow and scale and you don't come from a business background, guess what? You're going to have to get comfortable in hiring someone to help you out, whether it's a virtual assistant, as an executive admin, a transaction coordinator, a showing agent, somebody, marketing, somebody in your world that allows you to focus on the things that you're absolutely amazing at. That's having a business mentality. And a lot of us don't have that. I mean, I had to shift over. It took me 5 years to shift into that mentality. I was like, what do I do? Where do I start? What does it mean, treat my business like a business? So I'm trying to shortcut it for you listening in right now. And then lastly, on this number 2 one is you need tech. You need software. You need to use what's out there that's making our lives easier. Like for us, right? I have the hat, Redx. Redx is so easy to use for us, but that's because we call expireds and for sale by owners. Right? You need tech to be able to leverage out this time. I don't want to use Excel to track all of my past clients and my sphere. I'm using Follow Up Boss. This way I can mass email everyone. I'm using Ylopo to be able to send them property alerts and then be able to retarget them on Facebook and Instagram. That's running a business. But nobody ever tells you that. They assume you have to be cheap and just do everything for free. Door knocking, that's the way. And there's nothing wrong with door knocking. Number 3, it's all about building relationships. Geez, I knew that at the beginning a little bit, but it wasn't really explained to me until I started growing the business. And I was like, I don't want to have to keep on finding new clients, because that past client I just had, I loved them and I want more like them. And unfortunately, it took me a while to get into that groove of building out a strong database based on relationships from past clients, current clients, my sphere. What was I doing for them? Right? How was I showing up for them, giving them value? And so this is where I want you to start thinking, do you have a database? Everyone's got a database. Where's my cell phone? This is your database. We've been over this a few times. This is your database. Now it's time to export them from here and put them onto a CRM like Follow Up Boss and categorize them. Who would refer you business? Who should you take out to coffee? Who should you have lunch with? Right? These are the things you need to focus on. I need you to connect deeper, because we all can connect deeper with our sphere or our past clients, or even if we're door knocking or reaching out to people on social media, we can connect a little deeper. Right? We're building relationships. That's at the core of real estate. And then we have to remember that in this whole process, when we're building out these relationships, whether it's in person, on social media, online, wherever, it's all about trust. What we're putting out there consistently is creating this trust, is creating a bridge so that when we show up in person, what happens? It's a lot easier. They already trust us. They already want to work with us. And it's up to us to mess that up, right? So that's number 3. Number 4, and this one I learned much later, is that you're going to easily burn out. And a lot of agents burn out so fast. This is why most of them, I don't know if I agree with that exact stat. I'd have to see the updated one, but it says 87% of agents fail out in the first 5 years. This is why a lot of them burn out. They call it balance, I call it harmony. But here, my main focus, 3 things. I need to take care of myself, meaning I need to take care of my mind, my body, my spirit, emotions. I need to take care of that. They don't tell us that coming in, right? We have some ups and downs, but nobody says take care of yourself. That is the most important piece to this, because that's how you show up to the people that you love and your clients and everyone else. Number 2 is family. Like, that's part of that, right? The harmony. Where does family fit into this? You not see the divorce rate in real estate? It's pretty high up there. It's a stressful job. And to prioritize myself so I show up better for my family, guess what happens? Then I can focus on my business. Then I can focus on everything else because I have the right energy. Everything's a lot clearer because I feel great, right? Prioritize yourself, right? And read a $5 superstar sticker. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Keep it up. Look, here are the 4 things. I'm going to repeat them because that article, although it was not a great article, it really prompted me to build this out for you. Number 1, agents don't know how to get business. Let's outline it for agents. If you're a team listening in, if you're an agent trying to figure it out, outline it. What does it look like, right? Because a lot of you don't come from a business aspect. What are my options? Let's outline them and then focus on the strengths. Number 2, treat your business like a business. That means write down your expenses, track your income, save for taxes. Buy tech if you need it. Leverage the technology out there. And you need a brand. You are the brand. Remember that. Social media and outside of social. Number 3, it's all about building relationships. Build that database. Because when you build this business out of relationships, you create a career out of this. I don't want you chasing leads for the rest of your life. Right? I want you to attract, and that's through building relationships online and offline. Number 4, harmony. Take care of yourself first so you can show up a better person for your family and those you love and your clients and everyone around you, and then take care of your business. Prioritize that in that order. That's how it works. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. If you're watching this on YouTube, do me a favor, subscribe. I only went over one article. That was the Inman article. I'll put up the link there. It's behind a paid wall, so you might not be able to read it. If you're watching on Facebook, thank you so much. And Rita, yes, fatigue is a real thing. It totally is. And you know what happens? My friend Jim Quick, he wrote a book called Limitless. I did a podcast with him, and he said, Tristan, the reason we feel this massive fatigue, the reason we burn out is because we don't focus enough on the things that we absolutely love, that give us pleasure, that keep us going. Right? The world we live in, business, self, family, all this, it's not a balance, it's a harmony. It looks lopsided most of the time. Sometimes I'm all in on business. Sometimes I'm all in on family. Sometimes I'm all in on self. But I got to show up for all of them a lot. And it looks all weird. So there is no right answer. There's a little bit here, a little bit there, sometimes a lot. So just remember those 4 things. Hope you have an awesome day. I think it's Tuesday. Have a great Tuesday, everybody. Thanks so much.